good evening, and good morning, wherever you're watching this. Welcome to CBS This Morning. Today is September 3rd, 2021. I'm Michael Smith, live from New York City. Welcome to CBS This Morning, live from Studio 57 here at CBS headquarters here in New York. First off on our agenda this morning, we're going to break down the Texas abortion bill, the bill banning abortions after 6 weeks in Texas. We're going to break down the theory and really the reasoning behind this bill and why people are protesting outside of the Texas Capitol. There's a live look at the more calm side of the Texas Capitol this morning. Welcome again to the show. We're going to break that down for you as well. Also, Hurricane Ida slamming the New York coast with over 15 people dying in apartment basements and more, as in some areas in the New York coast, flood warnings are being issued for the first time in history. So we're going to definitely watch this for you as Hurricane Ida leaves the United States, as it really wreaks havoc in New York City. At the New York City subway system has closed as well this morning regarding and because of the storm. So we're going to follow that as well. Welcome to CBS This Morning as well. Also, Dr. Fauci is closely watching a new COVID-19 variant that is developing somewhere in the world. I mean, we're trying to get more information about that, really, but Dr. Fauci is definitely watching a new COVID variant that is developing, so we're going to definitely keep you updated about that as well. Finally, in Roblox general news, Roblox is experimenting with voice chat. That's right, Roblox is experimenting with voice chat. We're going to get into all this news and more coming up this morning on CBS This Morning, but welcome to a brand new edition of CBS This Morning. I'm Michael Smith. Thank you for joining me. I'm joined by John Mordos and Vito Mordos on this wonderful morning. Thank you all so much for joining us, and apologies for the hiccups that you might see this morning as we are again experimenting with the show, and this is our first episode, so thank you all so much for joining us this morning. But John, Vito, how you guys doing this morning? I mean, it's a great morning. Thank you all for joining me. Vito is a great friend of mine, a great co-Texan of mine, who's going to be talking to us this morning about the Texas abortion bill that many people are talking about this morning. I kind of talking to some people that they're saying they are embarrassed to live in the state of Texas. I will never be embarrassed to live in Texas, but never be embarrassed to be a Texan. So really proud to be a Texan. I mean, you know, Texas is standing up for the lives of the babies in the womb. So definitely happy to see that in Texas. Let's go ahead and get into our first headline this morning, because we have many of them this morning that we're going to go ahead and get into this morning on CBS This Morning. So this morning, again, abortion outrage here. Texas has banned abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. They are finally banned, and according to some of our sources at AP and at CBS News, that abortion pills may be banned as well. Abortion by pills, morning after drugs, things like that may be banned or extremely limited in the state of Texas as well after this morning, or after then in the next coming days. We're going to see that legislation. So, John, what do you think about that? I mean, this is really a landmark case, really in Texas, and the Supreme Court is not really intervening in this one. They haven't really said much about it. So what are your thoughts on it, John?
Well, it isn't shocking considering how conservative the state is. I'm actually happy they're doing it myself, because the way I see abortion, I'm just going to be straight blunt honest here. It's murder. You can tell me if I'm wrong,
Right,
but
right.
it's really not.
No, yeah, right. Right,
Because
definitely.
once that baby is formed, like they said, which is after 6 weeks, that is technically considered scientifically, and it's been scientifically proven, a human life. So that's at that point is like walking out here to Walmart and saying, just, shooting people, basically. It's what it breaks down to. You're basically murdering a human life.
Yeah, definitely. I do understand where you're coming from there, but abortion is murder, and we definitely do agree with that. But many pro-life activists are protesting on the steps of the U.S. Capitol this morning regarding this bill. They're demanding Greg Abbott resign, come out and make a statement about this. But again, this was a very easy pass, and the Republican-controlled Texas House, and really both chambers are being controlled by the Republicans in the Texas Congress. But many people across the country are looking to this bill, and I'm really wondering if any other states are going to really follow suit to Texas. And what are your thoughts on this, Vito? I mean, as you know, us being both Texans, right? This is something that we've both really been seeing in the last couple of years, right? We've been watching this unfold. We're both pro-life activists here. We don't like abortion, right? So, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, this is great. I think that Texas is making the right steps now. The Supreme Court has yet to say exists exactly in overbearing of Roe v. Wade. They've yet to kind of say that. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I don't think it is, but what are your thoughts on it, Vito?
Well, personally, I think on this move with the abortion laws and abortion being held, it's a big step for the Texas GOP because, and for just the people who are pro-life. But it overall is saying to other states that we basically feel like that by killing a baby in the womb, any type of development that's being done in the womb is murder. If you're killing the baby at all, and you see in these all these other states around us that even whenever they're born, they're still mom could say, "Okay, I don't want this baby," and they basically suffocate the baby. That's
Right.
just wrong. And
It is.
that's why I am so happy as a Texan that Texas congressional leadership and Texas government is stepping in and saying this is not acceptable. It has to stop.
That's right, and I'm very glad to hear you say that because I'm very glad that states are finally taking a step to this and are finally uh, doing what's right in this because I know this has been a very controversial case. Now again, I mean I don't think it's overbearing Roe v. Wade because it's not completely banning abortion. Period. It's just banning it after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Now before 6 weeks, I mean, women don't exactly know if they're pregnant before 6 weeks. I mean, it's a very fickle thing, in my opinion. I mean, this is a very sensitive topic. This is a very interesting bill that they've passed. But in your opinion, Vito, and I'm gonna go with John,
I'm I'm
do you
receiving
think
some
other
new
states?
information from
Go
our
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm receiving some new information from over in the Tennessee government side of things. They passed a bill actually on Friday. It was a closed door session, and they did the exact same thing Texas recently just did.
Right,
And this
exactly.
did a
Tennessee,
6 week
Texas, many
ban.
other Republican states are trying to do this. So, guys, I mean, and you can go ahead, John. What are your
So
thoughts on? I mean, do you
Tennessee's
think
jumped
other
in
states are
on
going
that.
to follow suit after seeing that Texas, a big state like it is, us doing this?
Uh, I mean, it's considering it's already happening. Tennessee just jumped in on that train. I mean, Texas, and now it's Tennessee, and now I'm sure there's probably going to be a bunch of other states just following after both Texas and Tennessee here. I'm sure
Absolutely.
if we do some research right now, we could probably already find a couple more states that have already jumped in on it, besides Tennessee.
Exactly. That's I just definitely noticed that, and I think that is
And as
definitely
a
something
Tennessee
that's going on
resident, that
here.
actually make and as a yeah, but as a Tennessee resident myself, that actually makes me pretty happy.
It does. As Texas residents, as states that are finally taking action about this, I'm very proud of my state. You should be as well of yours. But definitely a topic that you, the viewers, be sure to write in the comment section and on Twitter.
Now,
You can go
we're having
ahead
some
and join
breaking.
our Discord and tag us on
Well,
Twitter what you think about this. Our Twitter is in the description, so go ahead and tag us about this as well because this is a
Michael, we are
very.
having some breaking news from
Go ahead.
Dallas.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep.
we're having some breaking news down in Dallas. A firefighter recently just died of COVID-19, first pandemic death for Dallas Fire and Rescue.
Yeah, we're definitely hearing that this morning, so we're definitely going to watch that this morning. So, yeah, definitely. But we're continuing to get news out of Texas, folks, so definitely interesting what's going on this morning. But, yeah, I mean, what we were saying kind of before we got into but that report that I hear came from our facts was um, like I said, I mean, this is a very interesting debate going on in Texas about this whole abortion thing. So I'm interested to see what happens. So, but Vio, I guess I was going to ask you this question. I mean, do you think states will follow heavily? I mean, we already see them following this, but I mean, will it be a thing that many Republican states pick up on?
Yes, and honestly, I also think that some of the Democratic states will too, because there are some Democratic states that are not being controlled by what we know as liberal Democrats. For example, Louisiana may follow us pretty quickly because they're mostly controlled by what we call modern day Southern Democrats, which are basically Republicans, but they're in the Democratic Party. So there will be some Democratic parties that will probably also do same. And I also believe that a lot of the northern states, for example, Wyoming and Montana and and probably Florida and some of these other ones, Ron DeSantis and all of these other southern states like North Carolina and South Carolina will probably follow as well, because it's getting to a point to where it's not just, oh, you're breaking the rights of a woman to choose. It's you're murdering someone. You're murdering something. You're murdering something that could live, that could reproduce. We're basically just killing off our population. So yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So I definitely agree with what you're saying. I mean, it's just a really interesting debate. And this is a place where I think there are some Republicans that do believe in pro-choice, and there are some Republicans that do not. There are some like Condoleezza Rice and, more moderate Republicans to more centrist Republicans that believe in pro-choice. But like I said, I left those views a long time ago. And I'm sure all of you have at this table. So very interesting to see what's going on here, guys. But we definitely do thank you all for your insight. And again, you guys are gonna see all of us here on CBSN on various different shows. So this is not gonna be the only time you see us. But yeah, definitely good to have the panel back. So we're gonna continue this panel conversation when we come back from break, because we have some more news coming again from our various different sources. So this is not going to be our only story, of course, this morning from here on CBS. And we're going to talk about these record-breaking floods from the New York coast. Again, waves pounding that bridge there, as you can see in that picture there. This is somewhere on the east coast. We're going to pick that up as well. I believe this is in Hartford, Connecticut. But that is, again, some very interesting news. And also, I want to take a look at one of our main stories as well, as China is planning to restrict how much time that kids can play on their video games on computers in China. This is going to take a very big hit on Roblox. Their stock has already gone down significantly in the last trading day. So we're definitely going to look at that as well. The Communist Chinese is trying to strengthen their grip on politics, strengthen their grip on video games and on people's minds, as their grip begins to sort of kind of loosen in this really new stage in this Communist Party. But we're going to break this all down for you. Coming up next, here live on CBS This Morning. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. More CBS This Morning, CTM, after the break.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Introducing Modern Refinery, designed for affordable luxury. Available exclusively at Ashley Home Store.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. Cause it's getting heavy, can't hit the bass, boom, I'm ready. Let's go all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to go. I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa. Na 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 na. Light it up, dynamite. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Na 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 na. Like the dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. Light it up like dynamite. Whoa.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like banging their head on a low ceiling, drinking spoiled milk, camping in poison ivy, getting a paper cut, and having their arm trapped in a vending machine. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Paste, the incredible rubberized paste. Right out of the tub, Flex Paste is super thick. It clings to the surface and it instantly fills gaps and holes.
And welcome back to CBS This Morning on this wonderful Friday morning. I'm so glad it's Friday. I think everybody here is so glad it's Friday. I mean, we've had a hard week. How was your week, John?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we can all say it was very interesting. But anyways, I'm glad it's Friday. I think we're excited for Labor Day. Y'all excited for Labor Day? I think I'm excited for Labor Day.
Eh.
All right, let's go ahead and get right back into CBS This Morning. But like I said, we got a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Many of you guys are off from school or work or wherever you guys are. So happy Labor Day, and let's go ahead and get right back into this. So all right, so welcome back this morning. So we have some news coming out of China this morning, and that is that Chinese will only allow teens to play video games for 2 hours a week. And now John has been closely following this story for us, which is only going to be on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. What are the times for this, and really, what's going on here? Because the Chinese are just going way, way, way too far with this now.
Well,
What's going on, John?
well, it turns out it's actually 3 hours. They did a little bit of edits with this. They've changed it towards 3 hours. You get Friday, you get Saturday, you get Sunday. But the catch is, you can only play from the hours between 8 and 9 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They officially took this, it's now in effect. It took effect yesterday, September 1st, 2021. it's unknown how they're going to be enforcing this.
I mean, the thing is that John. I mean, is the Communist Party going to send people out to people's houses? I mean, exactly. In your opinion, I mean, how exactly do you think the Communist Chinese will even be able to enforce something like this, knowing that people will be? I mean, I don't know how they're going to be able to enforce that.
I mean,
In your
if there's
opinion,
anything like our, I mean, if there's anything sort of tweaking like our country, like how we have the FBI watching us, probably. That's a whole other topic. Um, if it's anything like that, they probably have some sort of federal agency that probably, has got some sort of locks on every single computer, phone, laptop, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever they have down there.
yeah.
They
So,
probably have some
yeah.
sort of lock, and they lock it all week until Friday, in between 8 and 9.
I
Same thing
guess
with
the thing
Saturday,
is, from
same
what
thing
you're
with
saying here, I
Sunday.
mean, do you think that they're gonna need the parents' help to have like a little lockbox for the computers and everything? I mean, this isn't really to make any
I
sense.
know,
I
I
mean,
think they're actually gonna have a federal thing, like, they're actually gonna have it where all computers get shut down, like, you can't use them at all
so
between outside of
wow,
those hours is what I'm thinking.
that's
Like, they're
really
really
insane.
gonna
And China is supposed to be technologically advanced from the rest of the world. I mean, how is this
uh
technologically advanced? I mean, this is going into the technological stone age.
Yeah, that's truth right there. Only way I can really think that is they're actually taking locks and locking down actual computers, phones, and whatever. Unless it's like some sort of educational site, then
Yeah.
they'll leave it unlocked. But anything like social media or gaming related, they'll have the complete website completely locked, like you can't even go on it, sort of thing, probably.
And I want to just bring up something, and I want to talk about Roblox's stock because Roblox's stock has really been down these last couple of days. Right now, at the current
Yeah,
market at this hour with the stock, it's at around $84.60, and it is up at this moment. At this time, I believe. This is again after market. The market is open, but then again, it's affecting it slightly, but from what they're kind of predicting, is it's going to kind of stabilize at that $84 range and just kind of not go up. But they do project it's going to probably be down at the close on Friday on this evening. Again, this is something kind of big for
yeah,
Roblox because I mean they don't have a dividend. They just got on the stock market.
yeah,
I mean this is not really
yeah,
doing them any well. I mean Microsoft again owns Minecraft. Their stock is probably going to be somewhat
yeah,
affected, but not as much as Roblox's is because it's directly gaming, and Microsoft has various different things. But then again, it might be because Microsoft computers. But Roblox's stock is definitely not doing well, and I believe Roblox
yeah,
is investors is really kind of worried about this because it's really not good. It's really not good, and they're kind of
yeah,
worried about. I mean, how is this going to work? How are they really even going to be able to do this? Because right now, their stock at their highest was about $99.57, and that was at the almost the 2 months after they went public. I'd say 3 months, and that was in June. But things are not doing well for them at this moment. But I guess in your opinion here, how do you think Roblox is going to react to this? I mean, they haven't said much yet about this, but I mean, how do you think they're going to react?
it's hard to tell 'em. I mean, Roblox has not had good stock at all. I invested in it for a while. I last night just gave up on their stock market completely, and I just sold everything off last night. Uh, I maybe gained $20, and I invested the day that they opened. I wouldn't say that if I even got that. Maybe I got back 10. If I even got that, honestly. Their stock market wasn't that great at all. If anybody has any stock, while they're somewhat up right now, if you have any stocks, I would just recommend giving that off. Like it's just going to keep going down and up all the time.
Yeah, it's a very
I'd say
rockety
it's a
stock,
waste.
but I do
I'd say
recommend you
it's a waste.
kind of stick with it. But continue.
Yeah, I would say it's a waste at this point, and I would honestly, if you are really into investing, I'd probably take it into Tesla, where Tesla's just becoming a whole big thing. Automotives is probably a place to go right now.
know my mom had a Ford Ford Motor Company, but they just cut that dividend, and it's just been so rough. And they
Yeah.
haven't announced when they're going to bring it back, but that is something definitely interesting. But anyway, back on topic here. But yeah, Chinese gaming restriction. This is very big news here. We're going to continue to keep you updated on this because this is a very big story indeed. But I mean, like I said, I am completely shocked when I heard this. When I heard this story at first, I was just completely shocked about this, how China could really do something like this. So this is a extremely shocking case indeed from China. So again, thank you, John, for following up with us. This is not going to be your only story you follow us up with again this morning. So thank you again for following up with that and doing that for us this morning. So thank you so much. But like I said, it's already in effect. It's been in effect for 2 days now. It was took effect on September the 1st. So like I said, we're going to definitely get you more information on that as well. Also, coming up this morning as well, we have even more news to get to this morning as well regarding Roblox. More news regarding the Roblox platform as well. Amtrak has just reported of a Roblox train derailment with over 25 passengers. It derailed approximately 8:30 p.m. On September the 2nd. That was just yesterday. It is unknown exactly how it happened. We're gonna give you more information right after this break. But again, a Amtrak train derailed last night. It was on the 2nd. It was at around 8:30 p.m. Not clear if this is in Eastern or Central Time, but I believe this is Central Time. This happened somewhere in Chicago, in the woods or in a suburban area in Chicago. But we're going to have Vito give us more information on that as well from the media deck here, and we're going to be back at the desk with more information on that. So we're going to walk back over there, but more CBS this morning right after this break. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back.
That 8:30 was in Eastern, by the way. I didn't go back and
Yeah.
do the math for
All right, and welcome back to CBS This Morning. Thank you all so much for watching this morning. We have a great interview again with Vito Mordos. Again, he's going to be working for CBS as well, but he is also at Amtrak PD or APD. He's going to be kind of explaining to us exactly what happened at this really tragic Amtrak derailment that happened in a Chicago suburb with over 25 passengers on board. It happened yesterday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. It was in a Chicago suburb, and it is unclear exactly how this happened. But again, it was a major derailment. There were many passengers on board, and it is not known if everyone survived. We are kind of bouncing around. This time I've kind of got that one of the staff members in one of the cars may have died, but we're not exactly sure. But we're not exactly sure of the casualties right now. But we do know there was over 25 passengers or more on board the train. So again, this is in Amtrak ROBLOX. So again, this is a very big group. It has thousands of people in it, and there was a lot of people on board at the time of this derailment. Very major derailment here. So Vito, what can you tell us here? Kind of a brief interview here, guys, because I know some of you guys want to kind of hear more about this derailment. So exactly, do you know how it derailed? Maybe it was was it something on the rail? Was it something in the car? Was it something that got on the rail that kind of maybe tripped up the car? Exactly what happened here, because, I like Amtrak. It seems like a really great company. So what exactly happened here?
We don't really know for sure, but we have been investigating the possibility of it being a possible attempted terrorist attack, or pretty much succeeded. But as far as we have right now, we have a total of 2 casualties in the train car because of them being thrown out of windows in the train car whenever the collision was originally happened.
Right.
The engineer was critically injured, is in the hospital right now. But other than that, the Amtrak police is dedicated to trying to figure out what happened here. Sorry if I didn't introduce myself already. I am the Amtrak police chief. But yes, that's pretty much all I can tell you right now, is that it was tragic. It hasn't happened before, and that route is really secure. So we really do not know really what could have caused it. We're still just trying to figure it out, because we think it may have been purposely done by a passenger or a staff member. Right. We really do not know yet. More information will come through the Amtrak police. And y'all will be the first to know what happens, because as of right now, it's currently a massive federal investigation.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, Vito, again, works for us here at CBS and also works over at Amtrak PD and kind of gets the scoop for us over there at Amtrak. But yeah, definitely, Vito. The tragic event here, we know that terrorism, again, in America is on the rise, again, with many attacks going on in America right now. It just seems to really be on the rise, again, here in America. But definitely something to watch here, just a lot going on really in America right now. Have you guys found anything that might scream terrorist? Like, a bomb or a suspicious bag, anything like that?
We think that that a worker or some civilian that knew what he was doing was messing with the brake lines, which then caused problems. So it wasn't with either one of those, but it was with pretty much messing with equipment that they didn't know how to handle. Basically, it could be like cutting brake lines, destroying brake pads, purposely messing up the wheels for a purposeful derailment. It really, on a railroad, it could be various things that could cause a terrorist attack. It doesn't have to be a bomb. It could just be them messing with stuff they don't know.
Rogue that just decided to screw up the rails, screw up the brake pads, screw up something going on with the engineer, with the train engineer. So it's a lot of things to be going on here. I definitely agree with everything you're saying there, because this is a very interesting incident. But again, we are going to definitely be following this as more news breaks from this, because this is a very breaking news story. We do not know how Amtrak, the company, will survive from this, but because I know that companies in years past that have had these problems have definitely have seen a drop in customers. But what has the administration, that's kind of my last question to you, have the administration of Amtrak promised? Is this secure? Is this secure? Is this safe? Can I bring my girls on this train?
As of right now, that whole route is being maintained and it's being looked over. It will not be ran on that track. It will probably be ran on another track that will go around the original route. So there'll be detours for the trains. But yes, I can assure you that it is safe, because usually we have at least 2 or 3 Amtrak police officers on shift. Actually, I have 3 currently employed right now, other than myself, that are constantly on there, making sure that people are not acting suspicious, decoupling cars, just causing a major disruption. I can assure you it's secure. We even do baggage checks now. We're starting to enforce a policy for pre-baggage checks before they are allowed to go on the train.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, indeed. Okay. All right, so thank you, Vio, for coming on. We do appreciate that. You're going to continue joining our panel again, but this is just a very interesting event indeed. But like I said, I mean, this is something that no one could have really expected to happen. I mean, this was just something that happened out of the blue. I mean, it was really something, guys. I mean, this is really something. So, I don't know, guys. I mean, this was a very interesting event. And my controller is telling me that we do have some pictures up on the screen of... now, actually, before I let you go, I actually have one more question. What car or what liner did this happen on? I know it wasn't the Texas Eagle, but... or the Southeast Sheep, or whatever. What car did this happen on? Or when did it start, I guess? Where did it start?
Now, my thing is started in Chicago. Its initial route, it was stopped. Its major stops were in St. Paul, Minnesota. This train usually cuts off in Minnesota, so it is the Minnesota line, most definitely. But sometimes it goes as far as Wisconsin. So there is no specific line that it was technically called, unless it's set to a certain destination, which in this case they didn't have one set.
Right.
So really, I can't tell you.
Yeah, and you can see those devastating pictures on your screen there. People saying, "Get me out the train." I mean, this just really looked like it was just an all of a sudden thing, guys. I mean, you can see the head car. I mean, the first car. I mean, the engineer's car, the head car of the train on the side there. I mean, what an event this was. We hear several people were sent to the hospital. I mean, people banged their heads on their luggage, overhead bins. I mean, this was just storage compartments, bathroom. People were in the bathroom when this happened, for God's sake. I mean, this was just a very bad event, guys, and I really do hope that you guys do much, much better after this event. What an event that you guys have seen here. But yeah, definitely. Again, this happened outside of a Chicago suburb. Thank you so much, Vito, for coming on, and we do appreciate all the news that you have given us so far here at CBS. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, coming up here on CBS News, we do have some more news coming up. Again, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of our final headlines this morning. We're going to go ahead and talk about some changes going on here at CBSN and some things that are going to be going on and some of our shows that are going to be going on here at CBSN. Do not go anywhere. CBS This Morning will be right back. Also, we're going to have our What to Watch segment coming up as well. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to CBS This Morning, again on this wonderful, wonderful Friday morning. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our What to Watch segment. Again, welcome back to CBS This Morning. And John, you have some great headlines for our viewers to watch in the next coming days. So, John, what do you have to watch?
All right. Border agents slam Biden for securing Pakistan's border while U.S. border is in crisis. Slap in the face. We also have a pro-life woman blasts Basaki's abortion defense sexism toward reporter. And we also have two more stories. Coles Carson Wentz elaborates on not being vaccinated. It's a personal decision. And lastly but not least, we also have Britney Spears dances to praise God in an Instagram video honors Hurricane Ida victims.
Interesting. Some interesting headlines there, but definitely from Jen Psaki and Britney Spears. Who cares about Britney Spears? I honestly don't like Britney Spears. Never liked her music. But I don't care. I really don't care. Britney Spears really sucks. What do you think?
I would agree on that one,
Yeah,
but
Britney Spears really sucks. All right, thank you, John. All right, continuing on with the show on this wonderful morning. All right, guys. So I think we had a great show this morning, guys. What do you guys think? I mean, great show so far. I think we had a great show this morning. We're gonna do shows just like these. All right, so you guys can wake up with a cup of coffee, a croissant, pancakes, waffles, whatever you guys need to do, because we're gonna wake up with all of you guys. You're gonna wake up with us. We hope that CBS This Morning is the place that you want to wake up with every morning. Again, if you saw some hiccups, if you saw some bugs, we apologize. We're still trying to work this out. This is our first episode, so give us some slack. All right, so thank you all again for watching. That's going to go ahead and do it for us here on CBS This Morning. The Price is Right is right after this. Thank you for watching CBS This Morning. Tune into your local channel to figure out the latest news in your area. Thank you for watching CBS This Morning. I'm Michael Smith, joined by Robert Mordos and John Mordos. Have a great evening. Have a great day. Have a great morning. Have a great afternoon. See you for the CBS Evening News this evening. Bye-bye.